Hello! Welcome back to our show, Speak English with me.
Hi, everyone. We're so happy you're here.
I'm Amy.
And I'm David. On this channel, we help you practice real everyday English.
Today, we're going to learn how to talk about your daily routine. It's a very useful topic.
Please remember to subscribe to our channel for real-life English practice. It will really help you improve fast.
Okay, now let's get started. So, David, how are you today?
I'm really good, thank you. Actually, I'm very excited. And you?
I'm great. Excited? Why are you excited?
Well, I have some good news. Last week, I got a promotion at work.
Oh, congratulations! That's wonderful news.
Thank you. I'm now a manager in my tech company. It's a new challenge for me.
That's amazing, David. I'm so happy for you. Are you nervous about being a manager?
A little bit, yes. But I'm ready. I have a good team. What about you, Amy? How was your week?
My week was good. Actually, I started something new too.
Oh, really? What did you start?
I started doing yoga.
Yoga. That's great. Why did you decide to do yoga?
For my health, I sit at my computer a lot because I work from home. I need to move my body more.
Oh, that makes sense. Yoga is very good for health. How do you feel after yoga?
I feel calm and strong. It's nice. Maybe you should try it too.
Maybe I will. Well, speaking of our days, let's talk about our daily routines. That's our topic today.
Good idea. Let's start from the beginning.
Okay, so Amy, what time do you usually wake up?
I usually wake up at 7:30. I don't need to wake up very early because I work from home. What about you?
I wake up at 6:30. I need more time in the morning because I go to an office.
That's early. Do you get up immediately?
No, I don't get up right away. I stay in bed for about 10 minutes.
What do you do in those 10 minutes?
I check my phone, I look at YouTube, I scroll through X, and sometimes I check Reddit. I know it's not the best habit, but I like to see what's new.
I understand. Many people do that. I don't check my phone in the morning. I prefer to start my day without screens.
That's very good. Maybe I should try that. So, after those 10 minutes, I get out of bed. The first thing I do is make my bed.
You make your bed every morning? That's very organized.
Yes, it makes my bedroom look nice. It's a good way to start the day. Do you make your bed?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. I'm not as organized as you.
That's okay. After I make my bed, I go to the bathroom.
Me too. The first thing I do in the bathroom is brush my teeth.
Same. I brush my teeth, and then I wash my face with cold water.
Ooh, cold water. That sounds very cold.
It is cold, but it wakes me up. It's like a little shock for my face. After that, I take a shower.
I take a shower every morning too, but I prefer a hot shower, a very hot shower.
A hot shower sounds nice. Maybe tomorrow I will try a hot shower. After my shower, I get dressed for work.
What do you wear to your office? Do you wear a suit?
No, I don't wear a suit. My tech company is casual. I usually wear jeans and a nice shirt or a sweater. Sometimes I wear a button-up shirt if I have meetings. What about you? What do you wear when you work from home?
Well, I work from home, so I can wear comfortable clothes. I usually wear yoga pants or jeans and a t-shirt. But if I have video calls with students, I wear something nicer on top.
That's smart. So you look professional on camera.
Exactly. After I get dressed, I am ready for breakfast. I am always hungry in the morning.
Me too. Breakfast is very important. What do you usually have for breakfast?
I love breakfast. I usually eat yogurt with fruit, or sometimes I make scrambled eggs. And I always drink tea.
You always drink tea?
Every single morning. I don't like coffee. I drink green tea with a little honey.
Interesting. I'm the opposite. I always drink coffee. I have a big cup of coffee every morning. It's my favorite part of the day.
Really? Your favorite part?
Yes. That first sip of coffee in the morning is the best. I sit quietly for a few minutes. It's my peaceful moment before the busy day starts.
That sounds lovely. For food, what do you usually have for breakfast?
I usually have a simple breakfast. I eat 2 pieces of toast with butter and jam.
Just toast?
Sometimes I eat cereal with milk, or if I have time, I make eggs. But usually it's coffee and toast. It's quick and easy. After breakfast, what do you do?
I wash my breakfast dishes. I don't like dirty dishes in the sink.
Me neither. I also wash my cup and plate. Then I'm ready to start my workday. I get my bag and my lunch ready for the office.
That's nice. No commute for me. I just walk to my home office because I work from home. What about you? How do you get to work?
I have to leave my house and go to the office. I leave at 8:15. I take the bus. The bus stop is very near my apartment, just a 2-minute walk.
That's convenient. How long is the bus ride?
It's about 20 minutes, not too long. On the bus, I usually listen to music or a podcast.
Oh, you listen to podcasts. What kind of podcasts do you like?
I like podcasts about technology and business. Sometimes I listen to comedy podcasts. It makes the commute more enjoyable. What time do you start work?
I start work at 9. I teach English online, so I teach from my home.
I also start at 9. My first task is usually checking emails and planning my day. Then I have meetings with my team. What do you do during your workday?
Well, I teach one-on-one lessons with students. Each lesson is usually 1 hour. Between lessons, I check homework and prepare materials for future lessons.
How many lessons do you teach in one day?
It depends. Usually 3 to 5 lessons. Some days are busier than others. What about you? What does a typical workday look like for you?
As a manager, I spend a lot of time in meetings. I talk with my team about projects. I solve problems. I make decisions. I also work on my computer, writing emails and reviewing documents.
That sounds busy. Do you take breaks during the day?
Yes, I try to take breaks. At around 10:30, I usually take a short break. I walk around the office or get a cup of coffee. Then I work until lunch.
Good. Breaks are important. When do you have lunch?
I usually take my lunch break at 12:30. I eat the lunch I brought from home. Sometimes I go outside for a walk to get some fresh air and sunlight.
That's such a good habit. Fresh air and sunlight are important, especially when you work inside all day.
What time do you have lunch?
I usually have lunch around 1. I make it with whatever food is in the fridge. Maybe a sandwich, a salad, or some leftovers from dinner. But twice a week, I go to the local cafe and order soup or a hot meal.
Oh, that's nice. A little break from being at home.
Yes, exactly. I like the change. After lunch, I teach more lessons in the afternoon. What about you? What do you do after lunch?
After lunch, I work more in the afternoon. Sometimes I feel a bit sleepy after eating.
Me too. That afternoon feeling is real.
But I keep working. Usually I have more meetings or I work on projects. What time do you finish work?
I usually finish my last lesson around 5:30. Then my workday is done. What about you?
I finish work around 6. Then I pack my things and take the bus home.
And what do you do in the evening after work?
Well, it depends on the day. On Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I go to the gym.
Oh, you go to the gym 3 times a week. That's great. What do you do at the gym?
I do different things. Sometimes I run on the treadmill. Sometimes I lift weights. Sometimes I take a fitness class like yoga or spinning. It helps me stay healthy and it helps me release stress from work.
That's wonderful. Exercise is so good for the body and mind. What about the other days, Tuesday and Thursday?
On Tuesday and Thursday, I go straight home. I relax, I make dinner, I watch TV or play video games. What about you, Amy? What do you do after work?
Well, every day around 5:30 after I finish my last lesson, I go for a walk.
Every single day?
Yes, every day, rain or shine, I walk for about 30 minutes in my neighborhood. It's my time to clear my head and move my body after sitting all day.
That's such a healthy habit. I should do that too.
You should. It's so relaxing. After my walk, I come home and do yoga. Remember, I told you I started yoga.
Oh, yes. You do yoga every evening now?
Yes, I do yoga around 6. It's become part of my routine. It makes me feel calm and strong.
That's really good, Amy. So, after the gym or after yoga, we both need to make dinner. What do you usually cook for dinner?
I like to cook. I often make pasta with vegetables, or I make chicken with rice, or sometimes a stir fry. Simple meals. What about you?
On days when I go to the gym, I make something quick because I'm tired. Maybe a sandwich, a salad, or I eat leftovers from the night before. But on other days, I like to cook something nice. I make soup or fish with vegetables, or sometimes a curry.
You like to cook curry. That's impressive.
Well, I use a recipe. It's not too difficult. After dinner, what do you do?
I wash my dishes. I can't relax if there are dirty dishes in the sink.
Same. I also wash everything right after eating. Then I'm free to relax.
So, David, how do you relax in the evening?
I usually sit on the sofa. Sometimes I play video games for an hour or two. Sometimes I just scroll through social media. I check X, I look at Reddit, and I watch YouTube videos.
Sounds nice and relaxing. For me, I like to read. I read books, or sometimes I watch a series on TV. Sometimes I watch a documentary.
What kind of books do you read?
I like fiction, novels, stories. It helps me escape into a different world. Do you read?
Not as much as I should. I prefer video games and videos. But maybe I should read more.
Reading is wonderful, but everyone relaxes differently. Video games are fun too.
Do you do anything else in the evening?
Sometimes I call my family or video chat with friends. But usually I just read or watch something. It's my quiet time.
Yes, the evening is important. It's time to wind down after a busy day.
What time do you go to bed?
I try to go to bed around 11, but sometimes it's 11:30. First, I brush my teeth again, I wash my face, and I get ready for sleep.
Me too. I have a similar bedtime routine. I brush my teeth, I wash my face, and I put on my pajamas.
Curious, what time do you usually fall asleep?
Around 11 or 11:30, I need about 7 or 8 hours of sleep to feel good the next day.
Same here. Sleep is very important. If I don't get enough sleep, I feel terrible the next day.
Absolutely. A good night's sleep helps us wake up ready for a new day.
So that's a typical day for both of us, from waking up in the morning to going to sleep at night.
Yes, we talked about our complete daily routine: morning, afternoon, evening, and night.
And now our viewers can use these same phrases to describe their own routines.
Exactly. Now, before we finish, let's review some important vocabulary we use today.
Great idea. Let's teach some key words and phrases.
The first important word is usually. We said this word many times. Usually means most of the time or normally.
That's right. For example, I usually wake up at 6:30. This means I wake up at 6:30 most days, but not every single day.
Another example, I usually eat yogurt for breakfast. This means yogurt is my normal breakfast, but sometimes I eat something different.
Perfect examples. Usually is very useful when talking about your routine. Now, the second word is take. We use take in many ways.
Yes, we can say, take a shower, take a break, or take the bus. These are common phrases.
For example, I take a shower every morning. Or I take the bus to work. Or I take a short break at 10:30.
Notice that we don't say, make a shower or do the bus. We say, take. This is important.
Yes, take is the correct verb for these activities. Practice using take with these phrases.
The third phrase is get dressed. This means to put on your clothes.
After I take a shower, I get dressed. I put on my jeans and my shirt. I get dressed for work.
You can also say get ready. Get ready means to prepare yourself. I get ready for work. I get dressed. I eat breakfast. I brush my teeth. All of these things help me get ready.
Good explanation. Get dressed is specifically about clothes, but get ready is about the whole preparation process.
And the fourth phrase is very important for me. It's work from home.
Work from home means you do your job at your house, not in an office. Amy works from home. She teaches English from her home.
Yes, many people work from home now. You can say, I work from home 3 days a week. Or, do you work from home or do you go to an office?
It's a very common phrase these days, especially after the pandemic.
The fifth phrase is go for a walk. This means to walk outside for exercise or relaxation.
Amy goes for a walk every evening. She walks outside in her neighborhood for 30 minutes. This is going for a walk.
You can also say go for a run if you run, or go for a swim if you swim. The structure is the same.
For example, after dinner, I go for a walk. Or, on weekends, I go for a run in the park.
Notice we say go for, not go to. We don't say go to a walk. We say go for a walk.
That's an important detail. Go for a walk is the correct phrase.
The sixth phrase is wind down or relax. These words mean the same thing. They mean to become calm and peaceful after a busy day.
In the evening, I wind down by playing video games. Or, in the evening, I relax on the sofa. Both sentences mean the same thing.
Wind down is a little more specific. It means to slowly relax and reduce your energy. Like when you wind down a toy, it slowly stops moving. You slowly become more calm.
You can also say, after work, I need to wind down before I can sleep. Or, reading helps me relax before bed.
Perfect. These are great phrases for talking about your evening routine.
And finally, the seventh phrase is scroll through. This is a very modern phrase.
Scroll through means to look at content on your phone or computer by moving up and down with your finger or mouse. I scroll through X. I scroll through Reddit. I scroll through Instagram.
When you move your finger on your phone screen to see more posts or more videos, you are scrolling. You scroll through social media.
You can say, I scroll through X every morning. Or, I spent an hour scrolling through YouTube. Or, I was scrolling through my email.
This is a very common action these days. Many people scroll through their phones during breakfast, on the bus, or before bed.
So those are our 7 key vocabulary words and phrases. Usually, take, get dressed, work from home, go for a walk, wind down or relax, and scroll through.
Practice using these words when you describe your daily routine. They will make your English sound more natural.
Now, let's quickly review everything we talked about today. We talked about our daily routines from morning to night.
That's right. We started with the morning. We talked about waking up and what we do in bed before getting up.
Yes, you check your phone and scroll through YouTube, X, and Reddit in the morning. I prefer to start my day without screens.
Then we talked about our morning routine in the bathroom, brushing teeth, washing faces, taking showers.
You like to wash your face with cold water to wake up. I like hot showers.
After that, we discussed getting dressed. You wear casual clothes for working from home, but something nicer for video calls. I wear jeans and a shirt for my tech office.
Then we talked about breakfast. I love tea and yogurt with fruit. You love coffee and toast. You said coffee is your favorite part of the day.
That's true. That first cup of coffee is the best moment.
After breakfast, we talked about going to work. David takes the bus and listens to music or podcasts. I just walk to my home office because I work from home.
We both start work at 9 a.m. We described our workdays. Amy is a freelance English teacher. She teaches lessons online, checks homework, and prepares materials.
And you work in a tech company as a manager now. You have meetings, you work with your team, you solve problems.
Yes, we talked about breaks and lunch. I usually take my lunch break at 12:30 and go for a walk to get fresh air and sunlight.
That's such a good habit. And I usually have lunch at 1, making it with whatever food is in the fridge. But twice a week, I go to the local cafe for soup or hot meal.
After lunch, we both work more in the afternoon. Sometimes we feel sleepy after lunch.
Yes. Then we talked about finishing work. David finishes around 6 and he takes the bus home. I finish my work around 5:30.
The evening routine is very interesting. Amy goes for a walk every day around 5:30. Then she does yoga in the early evening around 6 before dinner.
Yes, walking and yoga are my routine. They're so important for my health and my mind. And David goes to the gym 3 times a week.
On Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I run, I lift weights, I take classes. It helps me stay healthy and release stress.
Then we talked about dinner. We both like to cook. I often make pasta with vegetables or chicken with rice or a stir-fry at home. David makes soup, fish with vegetables, or sometimes a curry. On gym days, he makes quick meals like a sandwich, a salad, or leftovers.
After dinner, we both wash our dishes immediately. We can't relax with dirty dishes.
Then finally, we relax. I like to read books, watch a series, or watch a documentary. Sometimes I call my family too.
And I relax on the sofa. Sometimes I play video games and I scroll through social media. I check X, Reddit, and YouTube in the evening.
Yes, the evening is the best time for your social media, not when you're busy in the morning.
Finally, we talked about our bedtime routine. Around 10:30 or 11, we brush our teeth again, wash our faces, and get ready for sleep.
We both sleep around 11 or 11:30. We need 7 or 8 hours of sleep to feel good the next day.
So we covered a whole day. We used many simple sentences that you can use to talk about your own lives.
Absolutely. The goal is for you to be able to say things like, I usually wake up at such and such time, or after work, I like to do this or that activity.
It's not complicated. It's just about your normal life.
We also learned 7 important words and phrases. Usually, take, get dressed, work from home, go for a walk, wind down or relax, and scroll through.
These words will help you describe your routine in English.
And now it's time for our favorite part.
It is the question of the day.
Are you ready for today's question?
Yes, today's question is, what is one thing you do every day that makes you happy?
Ooh, that's a great question. So, we want to know one activity or one moment in your day that brings you joy.
It can be anything, something small or something big, but it should be something you do every single day.
Let me answer first. For me, it's my afternoon walk
Why does your walk make you happy?
because it clears my mind. After sitting at my computer all morning teaching lessons, it feels so good to move. I see nature, I see trees and flowers, I breathe fresh air. When I walk, all my stress goes away. I feel free and peaceful.
That's a beautiful answer. Walking is so good for the mind and body.
What about you, David? What's one thing you do every day that makes you happy?
For me, it's my morning coffee.
Your coffee? Really?
Yes, that first sip of coffee in the morning is the best moment of my day. I sit quietly for a few minutes before the busy day starts. It's my peaceful moment. The coffee is warm, the house is quiet. I feel calm and ready for the day ahead. That small moment makes me very happy.
I love that answer. It's such a simple thing, but it brings you joy.
Exactly. Happiness doesn't need to be complicated.
So, viewers, now we want to know about you. What is one thing you do every day that makes you happy?
Is it your breakfast? Is it talking to a friend? Is it listening to music? Is it playing with your pet?
Maybe it's your English lesson. We hope so.
Or maybe it's reading before bed, or watching the sunset, or drinking tea.
Everyone is different. We all find happiness in different activities.
And please tell us why it makes you happy. The why is important.
You can write a simple sentence. For example, one thing I do every day that makes me happy is cooking dinner because I love to eat delicious food.
Or, one thing that makes me happy every day is calling my mother, because I love her very much.
Or, I listen to music every day and it makes me happy because music relaxes me.
Any reason is a good reason. Please share your answer in the comments below.
We read every single comment and we love to learn about your lives.
It is the best way to practice your English writing. Don't be shy.
We are all here to learn together. Your English doesn't need to be perfect. Just try.
We want to hear from you. What makes you happy every day?
So, to summarize, today we practiced talking about our daily routine. We learned many useful words and phrases to describe your day from start to finish.
We hope you feel more confident now to talk about your own routine.
Remember, practice is very important. Try to describe your routine to yourself in the mirror, or write it down, or tell a friend.
Thank you so much for joining us today. It was a pleasure to talk to you.
If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend who is also learning English.
And don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Speak English with Me, and click the bell so you never miss a new lesson.
We have new conversations every week to help you practice real English.
Next time, we will talk about a different useful topic for everyday life.
So, from both of us, keep learning, keep practicing, and have a wonderful day.
Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.